Water and Sewage Company, Inc. of St. Lucia held a groundbreaking ceremony Wednesday for a major water infrastructure project in the island's south aimed at improving service for thousands of residents. The $1.46 million Patience Water Supply Redevelopment project will overhaul the existing water system in the Mon Repos area with 14 miles of new piping and the attendant facilities. Wasco CEO Zilta George Leslie at the ceremony along St. Marie Road in Patience said upon completion in 2025, over 1,700 consumers in these communities in Micoud North will receive a more reliable supply of treated drinking water.
A multi-pronged approach will be implemented to install approximately 22 kilometers of pipeline and the accompanying components over a period of 1 year. These include the construction of a rubble wall intake, pumping station, raw water pumping main, water treatment plant, and a water storage tank. Upon completion of this project, some 1,729 consumers residing in the communities of Mon Repos and environs, which will include St. Marie, Patience, Loba, Laho, Wen Development, Micoud, Prale, Lapwe, Malgré-Tout. With these communities will receive added storage of treated potable water and a more consistent supply within the existing distribution system.
The Wasco chief said the construction itself should not impact water service for Patience residents, though there could be interruptions later for line connections. Residents were consulted on issues and recommendations. The Micoud North MP Jeremiah Norbert thanked them for their cooperation.
From the time that I was a child, we've been experiencing problems, and I'm sure persons before me can tell you that they too would have experienced problems with a constant supply of water in their pipes. And I want to thank the people of Prale, Micoud, Mon Repos, Laho, Wen Development, Patience, Malgré-Tout, La Pointe, St. Marie. I want to thank them for their unwavering patience and understanding throughout the years, and for waiting for this. And we know that the wait will be worth it. Your resilience in the face of adversity is truly commendable. And as we prepare to embark on the construction phase of this Patience Water project, I urge you to continue bearing patience. And you would have heard when Ms. Zilta mentioned, she said over 20 plus kilometers of pipe? 22 plus kilometers of pipe. There may be disruptions and we may experience inconveniences, but as I said, it is going to be worth the wait in the end.
Minister for Infrastructure Stevenson King, who touted the much-needed upgrades, emphasized the essential need for conservation and the preservation of natural surface water resources.
But I also believe while we attempt to do this, while we attempt to provide such a reliable service through the enhancement of the infrastructure and putting in more reliable facilities, we also need, for those of us who care, we also need to look in other directions of how do we diversify our water systems and supplies by encouraging people to develop a culture of rainwater harvesting and storage, to be able to see how best we can store sufficient water when there is water, and to have that water available when there isn't water in the pipelines. But also, we have to ensure that as we do that, we appreciate the need for the preservation of the environment.
The project was proposed in late 2022 and is funded by the Caribbean Development Fund and the government of St. Lucia.
This is a very important intervention for us in terms of being able to meet the needs, the felt needs of the communities that we serve in the CARICOM region as a whole. And this particular program is the penultimate component of a broader program for St. Lucia, which totals just over $8 million for the cycle of funding that we just completed at the end of last year. So I think among the OECS countries, I think there's only one other country that has benefited more from the CDF than St. Lucia because of the nature of the projects that they submitted to us. So I'm really pleased that we were able to upscale the level of assistance to St. Lucia from about maybe 6 million in our first cycle to 8 million. and for this particular project to be a component of it.
The project addresses what Wasco calls a troubled and vulnerable existing system struggling to meet demand in the developing communities amid long-standing water issues. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.